I was born with cataracts, so my whole life I've been visually challenged. If you guys don't know, the eyes are literally the external portions of the brain. And you can see my little cataracts in here. You see that little white dot? Got them in both eyes. But basically what this does is it blocks light coming in. It's like a little rock in my eye. So my whole life, I'll tell you this. If I eat something, if I sit down and I eat something really sugary, my vision will become blurry, right? Because I'm already working at a 50% visual capacity. And it's so important to understand the way sugar affects the brain and how it affects our eyesight, things like that, right? So our eyes are external portions of the brain, and if you walk into an eye doctor, so I used to wear contacts. I used to wear contacts and glasses when I went to college. This was also the point in my life where my hormones were really off. I was experiencing depression and just gingivitis, plaque on my teeth, loss of muscle mass. Just everything was whacked out. And so, of course, my vision at this time, along with my memory being horrible, I was just struggling. But I went into the eye doctor to get my little appointment done, right? And I looked on the wall and I saw there was this picture of the eye, and they had this ring around the eye, like a yellow ring. And it was talking about diabetes. And I was like, whoa, they're talking about diabetes in this office right here? Like, what is going on with eyesight and disturbance of sugar and stuff? And so this was after I got out of college. I made it through, thank goodness. But I started to study light. And I was like, okay, if cataracts are a little bit of blockage of light, that means that I need to work on my visual sight so I would go outside in the sun. I still do this. I go outside in the sunlight in the morning and I read. I practice using my eyesight. I practice looking far and near, because my eyes are weird. I got one far-sighted and one nearsighted, so we're just like all over the place. Got astigmatism. My eyes are pretty much like, it's really been important to me my whole life to be physically active, because when I'm physically active, I can see better. And it's crazy, y'all. I'm telling you, I could sit down and I could eat a sugary meal and my eyesight will be blurry. And I don't know, it makes me feel kind of like I have extra sensitivities in my body, and that's just something that I've learned to embrace over the last few years. Like, I wish that I don't wish that I could still live the same life that I was living at the time where I was really struggling. I don't wish that, because I feel so much better. But I do have these sensitivities, and like a lot of you guys, you also have sensitivities that you just don't know. You just don't include them as sensitivities, right? So for you, you could eat something that is maybe like not the best for you, right? And maybe you get bloated, or you have really bad gas, or you get a headache. And some people are so robust, they won't get gas. They could eat anything, right? These people call themselves tanks. However, these tank-like people will develop pain in different areas of the body. So you got pain in your back and your knees, wherever else. And because we're rough and tough, we don't consider those sensitivities to what's happening in the environment. But don't you look past it, because one day that pain becomes unbearable. You become unable to ignore it. The body is always saying something to you, and this is something that I learned very ungracefully, but now it's like a superpower. Like, if I eat something and my body is like, don't you do that, Rachel. I know, I listen, I get a headache. I'm like, whoa, I'm dehydrated. What do I need to do? I need to eat more amino and fatty acids. I'll probably need to rest, right? Especially like period cramps and stuff. You know, the body's always speaking to us. It's just a matter if we're able to listen. So if you're watching this video right now, I hope that you listen to your body. And even my elderly people, right? Like tremors, shaking. Like I actually know people my age who have tremors. I witnessed their tremors. And this is the nervous system talking to you. Something's happening. You might not know what, you know, but if you're experiencing tremors, if you have like PCOS and you're my age, you're like in your 20s and your hormones are off and you're scared a little bit, and maybe you're experiencing some acne, something's happening. Something could be happening for you. I don't know what it would be, but fear not. We don't want fear. We want to lean into our strengths. Lean into, how can I communicate with my best friends, my mitochondria? They are your best friends. They will be your worst enemy if you do not become friends with them. So you want to engage with them. You want to become friends with them. And then if you're really struggling and you have tremors and you're really on the sensitive side, you don't know what's going on, shoot for a diet that is higher in the essential amino and fatty acids. You know, we consider the macro categories, proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, but we also have a fourth fuel called ketones. And this is the work of Dr. Mary Newport. This is the work of Otto Warburg. This is the nitty-gritty of cell biology, is understanding ketone production in the body. So this is the production of, when you decide to go through the fasted state, the starvation state, the body has mechanisms. And while you aren't eating any of those regular macros, protein, fat, carb, your body will produce the ketone. And the ketone is energy efficient, it's heat efficient. The brain loves ketones. So it's just really important to understand that's the process of autophagy too. It's also the process of like the GLP-1 pathway drugs, so like Ozempic and stuff. They're all designed to get us to that other side of the metabolism, that healing side of the metabolism. What is going on? What is happening? What are we missing? So the protein, fats, and carbs, and it's so interesting, like on a carnivore diet, you can eat only protein and fat. And I've done this for just a little while, nothing strict, nothing crazy. But I've done this for a little while, and it's amazing. The body can produce its own energy. Just like going out in the sunlight, the body can produce its own energy. When you're working out, do you need to eat before, or is your body designed to naturally switch off metabolisms and go through a more fuel efficient process? Now, if your body is not used to switching off into this metabolism, we have to train it. This is why I always say train your cholesterol, train your triglycerides. Use the body's vehicle. The body's vehicle. Fuel is just, you know, we need fuel because I don't know of anyone who has fasted forever. And that's why I always challenge people when they say, oh, you can eat whatever you want. It's just about how you think about it. If that were the case, I do think that we could fast forever if we so wanted to. But I have not come across anybody or myself am able to fast forever. So I just don't think that that's possible to completely throw out the idea of not needing food at all. But if you are struggling, proteins, fats, and movement and getting in the sunlight, super, super important. The body is always creating sugars, and it just needs the proper code to do so. So the amino acids and the fatty acids are essential, and it's just code for light. So if you want to build different proteins, you can do it, because that's been my journey. I've been trying to do it. I think I'm doing good. I feel a lot better, and now I'm here just sharing this story with you. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Send it with your family, send it to your family, friends, and tell them you love them. Send it to your grandparents. I love older people. Our older people are battling gravity. Everybody's battling gravity, but especially them. So they're really, really in my heart. If you want to support this channel further, you can do so through Venmo. It's in the description link below. And as always, good luck.